Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a gear review. Something that I don't think I really like doing, because one of the things that in my opinion, whatever works for you works for you. And so this is definitely not a recommendation on getting something or using something. But ever since I got this guy here, I've been asked to do a review. So what I'm going to do, and these are fleece, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and compare it. I didn't want to do a review on this. It's a Melanzana microgrid hoodie. I didn't want to do one on that without comparing it with something. So the reason why I have three of these guys here is because I have, again, in my opinion, you don't just have one thing that works for everything. It just all depends on what you're going to be using it for. And at one particular time, I did think that this one here was going to work for me in every situation. And so the reason why I got fleece is because I learned the hard way that if you use a down jacket and it gets wet, whether it's from rain or whether it's from perspiration, and it's not going to do you any good. You're going to get to camp and you're going to be all sweaty. The down puffy is going to be pretty much useless for the most part, especially if it's really cold. I'm talking somewhere in the 20s or maybe in low 30s, or of course colder than that. So what I did after I experienced this for the very first time, I had heard about it, but I never really experienced it up until one time. Because I have hiked with puppies before, and I never really got them sweaty too much. I hiked with it for a short while, took it off because it got too hot. And a few years ago, I ended up learning the hard way. Okay, so it's not to be repetitive on that. So right away I started doing some research, started asking people about it. I went to REI, Nomad Ventures as well, just talking about it. And they all recommended the same thing, get a fleece. And I think most people know that. Most people that have been hiking and backpacking for a while have a fleece, but I never really wanted to get one. So what I did is I went to REI and I said I need to get this particular fleece. I was looking for a Patagonia R1 because I've heard a lot of good things about it. They didn't have any, so I kept on looking. And what I did is that I found this one right here, which is an Arcteryx Fortrez hoodie. It is a fleece. It's Polartec stretch fleece and also a hard fleece. And it's marketed for climbing and for alpine. I like the material on the outside. It's very good. I rubbed up against, when you go scrambling on boulders, you rub up against it, or you're laying down on the boulder itself, or maybe you're just really tired and you just lay down on the ground. And this thing is built rock solid, and it is an Arcteryx, which for me means two things. It is very well built, no doubt about it, and it's going to be expensive, no doubt about it. For me, anyway. And I really like Arcteryx products. My wife has an Animal T synthetic. I know some people might be thinking that, well, if you don't want a puff, just get a synthetic and you'll be okay. You won't need a fleece. And my wife didn't have a fleece for quite some time, and she was using her Arcteryx Animal T synthetic puffy, I guess you can call it, whatever, jacket. So this one here is very good. It's very nice. One of the reasons why I like it, or a few of the reasons why I like it, is because I like pretty much everything about it. It's got this balaclava, I believe they're called. It's kind of like a net gaiter that goes on here. It has this side pocket, or should I say chest pocket, and the zippers are really good. They're YKK. Very good. The zipper up here has something that they call speed bumps, and I have noticed it kind of gets caught right there, and that is so it won't open up by itself. So they put a lot of thought into this. And many years ago, I used to be when I first got out of the Navy, I worked as an industrial sewing machine mechanic because I couldn't find a job anywhere else. And it was a good job. And they used to make sports clothing for NFL, for colleges, going to the Rose Bowl and all that stuff. They used to make it for that. So I was able to look at the kind of sewing, how good something has to be in order for it to pass the test. I mean, you got these football players just grabbing each other and whatnot. Anyway, what the point that I'm trying to make is that whenever I buy something, I always look at how well it's sewed, how well it's put together, and I can tell you that Arcteryx does a marvelous job. Fantastic job. And they charge for it. So, it does have a chest pocket, and it has two pockets, one on each side. The one thing that I do find with this is that being that it does have this hard fleece outside, inside is very soft. They're not very breathable, and I think it's good for colder weather. As I was saying earlier, you know, that not everything is going to be good for everything. Although when you're going to go like on a through hike, which is a very long hike, you don't have the option of carrying all these three, unless of course you want to have a big pack and a lot of weight. So you're going to take probably just one. And this one is a little bit on the heavy side. And not only that, like I was saying right now, it's not very breathable. So what that means is that I sweat on this like there's no tomorrow. Now when you sweat with a fleece, it'll still keep you warm. But I don't like to get overheated. So you're taking it off, putting it on, taking it off, putting it on. So it is a little bit warm for hiking, especially if you're not going to be in extremely cold weather. When I was over in Colorado, minus 9 degrees. This was a very good base layer, a mid layer, and all these are mid layers. Including this. And the one thing that I like about it, well, one of the many things that I like about this Arcteryx Fortrez is that I can go in the wind. It's cool. Let's say it's 50 degrees or 45 degrees. And the wind comes in. You're not going to feel too much of that wind chill. You are going to feel it is going to go through. It is a fleece, but it does have wind resistance, and it also has some water resistance to it too, because it is a hard fleece. So there's a lot of positives to this. I like it very much. I never want to get rid of it. So I'll put it on. And by the way, I am wearing a base layer here. And I'm wearing the shirt that I normally wear, which is a Golden Stream. Love this shirt. Maybe I'll do a review on this one of these days. I'm not sure if you can still get it though. I haven't seen it anywhere. So this, you're really cold. It goes all the way up here to your neck. But as I was saying earlier, it has this neck gaiter. It's pretty easy to find. And you put it through here. And it comes up to here. Of course, you get the hoodie put on properly. It does not have anything to cinch it down with. Okay, so this protects my neck. If I want to, I can put it up higher, go all the way up here. If I'm wearing sunglasses, the sunglasses get foggy because this is right here, but that'll happen if you have a buff too. So this right here, most situations I don't need a buff to put on there, or yeah, buff is, most hikers normally know. I don't need that. So yeah, this one is very good, it's very nice. Again, the zipper, it's not going to come undone just by itself. It's very good, very strong. And like I said, it doesn't breathe very well. So in some situations, it's not favorable on if it's just I get cold very easy. If it's 50 degrees, I get cold. I see people out there with a t-shirt in 50 degrees without a problem. I've seen people out there with just a backpack over their skin. And that's not me. I can't handle it. I get cold very easy. So what happens is it gets warm very easy, and then I have to layer on, layer off. Okay, and I really like it. Now, none of these have a pocket like some of the puffies or rain jackets. Some of those have a pocket that you can fold it into. Okay, zipper, where did you go? Here you went. What I do with anything, any kind of hoodie, I can just put it in my backpack, just shove it in there, and that's often what I do, especially if I'm in a hurry. Just put it in here, 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 and then I just roll it up. Now this, you'll see, is another thing that I kind of don't like about it. It takes up a lot of real estate in your backpack. I have an Exos 48, which is relatively small for backpacking. Backpacking is typically considered something where you're going to go hiking, stay overnight somewhere, and then go hiking some more, whether it's come back, keep on doing it day after day. And you got to fit everything in your backpack. So this is it right here, the Arcteryx Fortrez. I can't, I mean, like I said, everybody, I don't like to do gear reviews to recommend anything, because everybody has their own likings. And let me see how much it weighs. I have a scale over here. I believe it's 17 ounces. Yep. 1 pound, 1 ounce, which is 17 ounces. So for me, this is one of the reasons why I am getting something else. I'm planning to do a through hike of the Pacific Crest Trail. Start date this coming March. That goes to one side. Now, when I realized that, hey, I need something a little bit more breathable, I went looking around and I found this guy. Oh, by the way, price. This costed $199, and it still costs about the same thing. For me, is it worth it? This thing's a couple of years old, and I have used it and abused it, and it's perfectly fine. So for me, something of quality, yes. Now I'll go to my next one, because this is the one that I got next. I wanted something a little bit more breathable. So I went to Old Navy. This is a micro grid fleece. I'm not sure if you get the proper. This is a micro grid fleece. Fleece is typically polyester. I believe this Arcteryx is 88% or 88% polyester, and I think it's 12% elastane. But it's the way they build it, the way they make it, that works. And like I said, Arcteryx is just a good product. That's all I can say about that. This one here is I went to the store, Old Navy. A fleece is a fleece. To a certain degree, some are made better than others. Fleece material is fleece material. Some is a little bit thicker, some is a little bit lighter. There is microgrids, there's hard phase, there's hard fleece. There's different kinds, but basically it's a material that's put together. And I can't tell you too much about this Old Navy. I had it for a while. It's very basic, very simple hoodie. It's got a zipper up to here, to the chest. It has no pockets, nothing. It's just a very basic thing. I believe the original cost of this was $34 at Old Navy, and I got it on clearance with tax. You guys have a seat if you want to. With tax, $8.49. And I have used this as a mid layer, and it has worked very well. Down to in the 30s. But like I said, it's a mid layer. One of the things that fleeces need, as far as I'm concerned, for me, they need a shell. Whether it's a rain jacket or a windbreaker, because the wind will go right through this. This is very breathable. Very breathable, and it is very comfortable. 6 months after I got this, Watch it not do it now. Yeah, right now it's not going to do it. Oh, there it is. This is what happened 6 months after I got it. In a hike. And I had this. The zipper is not really the best thing. I mean, you kind of get what you pay for. And this zipper is, I'm probably going to have to get it and just get rid of it. The zipper, and maybe put another one on there, because I really like this very light fleece, but I'm having problems with it right now. And that's not just because I opened it from the bottom, but I've had several problems with the zipper. And so it's very unfortunate because I really like this. It's a very light product. No bells, no whistles, except for a malfunctioning zipper. I'll put it on. And yeah, I mean, this feels comfortable. It feels really nice. And it keeps you warm. You get wind. This does not have wind resistant. Yeah, the zipper is just, it failed on me. This happened to me several times before and I can't use it. So, my goodness. Anyway, that's why I had to get another one. So I was going to go, but anyway, here, with this thing sticking out. Very comfortable. Very comfortable, very good, very light. But the zipper failed. And when it's cold, it's cold. And like I said, I get cold. Okay. And again, it doesn't have any pockets to fold into, so here, 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 here. Roll it up, and it fits in its hoodie. And almost as big as Arcteryx. A little bit. It is lighter. Let me see how much it weighs. So this one weighs 11.4 ounces. Okay. So this guy here, Melanzana, I could make a review on this alone. Melanzana is a company that is in Leadville, Colorado. And I believe Leadville is one of the highest places you can do something. I forgot where. It's a very old town. It's about an hour away from the Eagle Vale area of the I-70. It's south of the I-70 and in between Denver and that would be what Edwards in that area. So it's up in the Rockies. And so they know what they're talking about. I mean, these are people that live up in the Rockies. And this is also a microgrid fleece. It's a little thicker than this Old Navy fleece. This is much thinner. This is a little bit thicker. Feels thicker. So one of my sons lives over in Colorado, and I said, hey, you're gonna come over here? If you can, go to Leadville and pick me up a extra large men's Melanzana. I went on the website and I looked and I figured I was right in between a large and an extra large. So I decided to opt for the larger size. And there's something about Melanzana. It's a small store. They make everything right there in the back. All the sewing machines. When you go inside to buy it, they have all the sewing machines there in the back. How do I know? Because he videoed and sent me a video of it, pictures. And they make it right there. And they make certain ones on certain days. And he told me he got there first, but he was waiting outside, and he wasn't too familiar with Melanzana or how they were. And when they opened the door to get this one and also my wife's olive oil, people ran in there and they just started picking everything up. And they picked up mainly extra large. And so he was able to get this, but this is a large. And he called me, hey Dad, do you want a large? The person here says it probably will fit. They'll give you a piece of paper where if it doesn't work for you, you fill out the piece of paper, you send it back, and they'll replace it. That's after you've gone in there and purchased it. You cannot purchase them online. So some people think that, and I have heard people say that Melanzanas are sold mainly because they're so hard to get. You can look on eBay. People will go in there and buy some. You can only buy 2 at a time when you get in there. You can't go buying 3, 4, 5, 10. 2 is the max you can get when you walk in there. And so some people buy these and they'll put them on eBay for $300, $200. And I'm not going to tell you what to do or what not to do. That's up to you. So one of the reasons why I chose this microgrid fleece is $69. So obviously cheaper than the Patagonia R1, which costs $154. This was the last time I checked. I do think it's a good product, but this is less than half the price. Of course, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you gas to go over there. You know, it's not just going to be $69. You got to go up that mountain to the top. Right now, it's very difficult to get there. A lot of snow over there. He got this for me when there was no snow. He went up there recently to get some for somebody else, and there was snow, and it was kind of sketchy, but he has a nice vehicle, good vehicle there for the snow. Anyway, it has Melanzana, okay? And as I was saying, this is not just because it's hard to get. This is a very good fleece. Things that I like about it, and remember, this is a large, not an extra large. I wanted an extra large. And this is one of the reasons why I wore the base layer and this shirt. One of the things that I like about it, there is no zipper to fail. I don't want a zipper on something like this, especially after what happened with this guy here. Very comfortable. Let me put it on. Oh, and it has a kangaroo pockets, in other words. It goes all the way inside and on the other side too. So let me put it on. And I'll show you a couple of things that I like about it. One of the things that I like about it is that so this is a size large. My chest is 43.5. I'm 5'6". My waist is I wear size 34 pants. Okay. Put my hands in here, keep nice and warm. This guy right here is always going to be kind of warm around your neck. And this extends way up. Kind of like this Arcteryx Fortrez. It has that neck gaiter. This kind of has this thing here that can go all the way up here. So I can get this, put it up here, and I have been really cold, and I'm a cold sleeper, and I've had to get my buff in here, my other buff in there, the beanie, the puffy on top of everything. And if I put a buff in here, even if I don't put a buff in there, I can get this short cord, and I can just literally make it so the only thing you see is my face. So it's really good. I don't like to do that. I like to breathe. I like to put it over here, and you can just adjust it. You turn. The Arcteryx is the same way. You're not going to turn and look into your face. It's going to turn with you. If I let it go a little bit more, you know, like that, obviously, I mean, I wish they would have put hole. I like holes, thumb holes, but you can't have everything. None of these have thumb holes. And this is a large, and it fits me perfectly fine. And I plan on taking it to the Pacific Crest Trail, hopefully, if everything goes well. You never know. And I plan to take this one because of the 17 ounces that this is right here. I don't think that this zipper is going to fail the way this one did, because it's a YKK, one of the best zippers out there. I mean, I'm already warming up quite a bit. This is a little bit of a thicker microgrid material than this Old Navy one. But like I said, there's nothing wrong with this as long as the zipper wouldn't have failed. If the zipper would not have failed on me, I probably wouldn't have gotten this. I mean, I'm not going to get a Melanzana just because it's a Melanzana. I got a Melanzana because I like the qualities of it, and I have somebody that could get it for me. And one of the things that my son was telling me is that there was people over in Leadville, the Melanzana store, that they were a bunch of tourists. There were a bunch of tourists, people that go to Denver, or they go to Vail, mainly Vail for skiing and snowboarding and that sort of thing, snowshoeing. You get a lot of tourists that go into that store to buy it, because most people aren't going to go and spend, you know, hundreds of dollars for airfare and then land in Denver airport, rent a car or whatever, and go up 2 hours to Eagle Vale area and then climb up the mountain to Leadville to get one of these. I wouldn't. But it is very good, and I'm very fortunate that they were able to get this. So this is very good, very warm. And again, a lot of times I just stuff it in the backpack, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in the fleece, in the hoodie, and then when it's in the hoodie, put it in the hoodie, and then when it's in the hoodie, I can tighten it up a little bit more if I want to snug it up. And here it is. Relative to that, relative to this, the weight on it is 11.2 ounces. It's 0.2 ounces thinner than this, or lighter than this. How that is, I'm not really sure. 11.2 ounces. If I'm at 50 degrees with this here and this, and the wind's blowing around 20 miles per hour, 15-20 miles per hour, the wind's going to go right through this. Very breathable, very good for hiking in temperatures like 50, like 40, like 30. And it's very breathable. I'm not going to sweat in it as much as I will on this. You're going to sweat. Not as much as this one over here. And so again, a fleece's best friend, as far as I'm concerned, is a shell of some sort. Comparing to these, they don't really compare. This one compares more to this one, in the sense that they're both microgrid material. But this one over here has no zipper to fail. It has kangaroo pockets. It is breathable, just like this one is. This one does have that hoodie that you can wrap around, and it goes up high, all the way up where your eyes are the only thing that they will be showing, and part of your nose. This one does not have that. So again, you get what you pay for. This is a very good and very well made fleece. And the reason why I say it doesn't compare to this is because they're different, in the sense that anytime you have a hard fleece on the outside, it's not going to be as breathable as this. So the good thing about this is very breathable. It's positive. At the same time, being that it's breathable, when you get wind gusts, you're going to get colder. So they have the pros and cons to both of those things, depending on where you're going to be, how you're going to use it. you're going to be alpining, you're going to be rock climbing, this is the one to go. This right here. Probably do okay with this too. I mean, people in Leadville use it out in the snow for very, very low weather. Of course, you layer very low temperatures. Anyway, hopefully you guys found something good about this. Yeah, hopefully it did some good. $69. I don't know if they still make this anymore, but around $34. Clearance $8.49. $200.